Are you looking for answers about extraterrestrials or maybe the true meaning of life? Then come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and for more details, visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Greetings all. Thank you for joining us. Just getting it together. I guess not everything's working here apparently, but anyway, it's okay. Thank you all for joining us for tonight's channeling. All systems go, kind of. So, okay. Tonight, it's going to be messages, I'm not sure from who. We did stay to the two-question scenario right now. What we've been doing recently seems to be working out pretty good. There's been the Nordic energy around recently. I'm not sure who's coming through, but I have no guarantees of anything tonight who's coming through, but definitely the Nordics have been around a lot. And we'll just go with the flow. So blessings all. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to hibernation for a little bit and have a good night. Oh yeah, that's right. We'll do blessing before we begin. Anybody like to do a blessing before we begin? I can always do one, or anyone here is open to do so.
Sure, I can do one if you want.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Ivan, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Sunta kare si khanciata korhu khosana kata si kanita tiatar ko khosana ha tani ka toraki sinika si tatineta doraka sora ko tokura ka tra ika satra siti ika kasu ko ko handa ha sanisha torako sutra. Thank you.
Thank you. Here, anybody like the controls before we begin, just in case we have an audio issue?
I can try.
Oh, thank you. Just in case. No, you can. I think you can share it with somebody else if that doesn't work. So, all right. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Archangel Michael's here for a blessing. One moment. Tonight, you look within. But instead of looking quickly, look longer. Realize the lifetimes that are living within you and what they are doing for you, how they're pushing you into your future. What attributes go to this life and that life. These are all you, pieces of you, here in this existence. You chose them before you entered into this world. Now it's time to understand them, little by little. You will, over time, if you put the intention out, it will come on its own. To figure out the puzzle that is you, your journey, everything is there. Your future, your past, your future lifetimes, all of this is built within yourself. You're just discovering all of this. Blessings to you all. We bless all of you during this communication process. We are clearing the air so other species and spirit can connect without an issue. This is Michael. Blessings to you all. We are the Pleiadians with a message for your alliance, your Earth collective. We are the Blue Pleiadians, sending you much love and awareness of your waking Earth. At this time, we are assisting all of you little by little in your ascension processes. We are, you could say, within astral, it is a great coming together and preparation. But there are many that prepare and then come into this world and forget, which is fine. We are working with your Earth, your Mother Gaia, as it goes into this transition. Also, there will be drastic weather patterns coming here and there, but nothing new that you have not seen. But yes, it will be colder in certain areas than usual and warmer in certain areas than usual. That's all we can say. We are working with your Norway at this time. We cannot go into details of what is exactly going there, but great preparations are happening there. If you know what I'm speaking of, those that are of awareness of how we operate. Many Pleiadian energies are in Norway, as you can tell. Our message to you is to go peacefully into the future, as these new energies do enter your surroundings. The angels are assisting you. You're all going through a awakening process little by little that we cannot intervene with but assist with. We are part of your North America, South America, Cuba. Cuba is an interesting place now, isn't it? It always has been, but never in the public domain. This is not actually has been going on for quite some time, but not being said in your public. There's many transitions there that have been happening for quite some time, not seen in the public eye. Obviously, what you are seeing is not the full story. There is so much more going on there that I can't necessarily go into, but is of great good, meaning your world is coming together slowly. Your China, in its future, not now, in its future, would you see the walls coming down of aggression in your future? When? We cannot say. But the communist hold will let go. Also, your North Korea will be following in his footsteps. North Korea is a pain point for all of us to witness and be a part of. We do what we can, but there's only so much we can do, even in our power. This is it gets a lot of attention, if you know what I mean. Your India is going through a transitional point of awakenings, or as your Earth would call it, economic fueling in some regard. We do not see it as problem with the economy booming in certain areas. Your wildlife is being injured. We do not care for that, of course, but we cannot intervene with human intervention. But your India has much darkness it needs to let go of, to release. It has so much pain in its past. Even in its future, it's still much pain. So much growing up that needs to be done there. Your Middle East, as you know, there are certain areas that we can't even go into. We speak about. We go everywhere. But we cannot speak about exactly what is happening. There are many vortexes that are opening up. Many species are taking advantages of those vortexes and using them not for help for other species. They're using it for their own good. War, when a war breaks out, there is a reason for it breaking out, not for your third density, but to keep you. War breaks out to keep you, as you say, busy. Like when the right hand's doing one thing, the left is doing something else. That is what's going on in your Syria and other places in your Middle East. It's to attract attention while there's so much more going on behind closed doors, so you will not pay attention or think it's a conspiracy or what have you. Your Middle East needs so much healing. Of course, many parts of your earth need so much healing society-wise. We are assisting in many ways. We do have ground crew workers, as you might know, on your planet at this time, healing many, but it is a slow process. It's a process that releases much darkness, but takes some time. When you have religions that are playing with the mind and the belief systems that interrupt in thinking, positive thinking, there is much there that needs to be dealt with. Your Middle East is going through a healing phase at this time. When your Middle East is healed, the rest of your world will follow. We do believe that. Of course, your Africa is another story. But your Middle East is so much pain there. It does not need to be there. There was a time when it was once paradise, and now it's the opposite, now isn't it? For what reason, though? There's many reasons for this. And many are in the awareness of our presence, but do not understand it. We can get away with much there. As for appearances, sightings aren't really recorded there all that much, but we do make sighting visits. As for physical visits, quite often. Just no one understands who we truly are. It brings us great joy, though, that we can assist them, but it's going to take some time. Your Atlantic Ocean, your Pacific Ocean. Many vortexes within those oceans are opening up. And this is assisting your Mother Earth in its ascension process. Troubled waters in certain areas, much will not be hit and removes them. much activity out in your oceans, which happens often, but more will continue. The reason we bring up the oceans and all these places, because there are certain areas within them that are being activated to assist you in your awakening process. Understand these awakening processes have 100 years, 200, sometimes 300 years in the making. This is a long-term plan. Of course, Elohim has been planning this for some time now. It has been in the works, yes, but a lot of these plans are now being activated. This year is quite fascinating for us and helping, assisting us in your growth, human growth. Understand the negativity on your planet, how thick it is to work with. There's so much there that needs to be healed. But you understand, when you find the light within yourself and find who you are spiritually, how many do not have that? There are many. We are assisting with this at this time. Your planet Jupiter, Mars, Venus are all assisting this world in its grand awakening process. Realize much of this takes time. For many of you that are awakened to a certain degree, realize nature is even becoming more sophisticated in many ways of sending you messages, where in the past it was looking at humans as if, don't you remember who I am? Many of the trees have been hurt emotionally in some regard because the human race has forgotten them. But now realize, many of you that are awakening, how easy it is to connect with nature. How easy it is to, it's a slow process for some. But your tree people, you can say your nature people, will be sending you messages when the time is right. They already are, just you don't know where it's coming from. But now they're going to be more lively of what, now when you receive a message, now you know where it's coming from. This will take time. This is in the works. All of these elements are coming together. Well, I spoke about the oceans, yes, and then I go into full detail, such as I did not go in full detail in all these other areas. This will take time. You will understand them over time. Over time, as you understand much of this, will open up eventually. I'm just putting out words, and for later they'll be understood more. We are the Pleiadians. Yes, this is mostly a general message, but not entirely. We are just, you call, how your word is, getting the ball rolling, as your Earth calls it, slowly. It takes time. You notice with your children, it takes time for them to grow up. Of course, many do not grow up, do they? Even in the 20s and 30s and 40s, sometimes 80s. So it does take time for these waves of information to make sense and for them to mature. We are just putting the information out there. Generally, there's so much more there what we were speaking about. Give you all a chance to tap in to what we were speaking of. We're the Pleiadians. We love you so much. There is another here for a slight message and then questions. We love you all. Greetings. We are the Nordics. Another Pleiadian for your Earth consciousness unraveling of the mystery of you. We do have many messages for your Earth real quickly. There is at this time, yes, there is awakenings here and there. Your children that are growing up, well, those that have not entered this earth yet, there will be a time when they come into this world and not be erased mentally. There will be many parents over time, we don't say when, but free will, of course, because we cannot give you an exact time, where your parents will let your children dream as they do, be as they do, without being burdened by financial world and thinkings. Of course, that happens now, but many do go. What we're speaking of is that many will remember where they come from and not forget when they get older. This is big plans for your ascension. Many of you are forgotten, but there will be a generation of people that will be entering this earth soon. That's all we can say. And they will remember everything. Not everything, but enough to know that they come from this planet, that planet, and this place is totally in the wrong direction, obviously, but for good reason at the time. Those are the old ways of thinking. This is a new way of thinking. This new way is a new ageness of no violence, but of light and love. Yes, you realize how hard that's going to be on this planet. Seeing how violence is the part of your culture, at least your American culture. There's some areas where it's part of it, where your children will be born into this world where they do not have that. There will be a generation, like your Generation X. There will be a generation. It will be coming through soon. It is not ready yet. They know exactly who they are. They say you are already going through like a phase of this, of you call gay marriage, awakenings here and there, and this is going to be the next one of alien phase is coming through. Eventually. Eventually. Some of you will see it more in your old age than your younger years. Some might not see in their lifetime at all. It does take time. Obviously, look what they have to go through into this place. As soon as you enter this world, you are turned off so many areas. But not entirely. We are there to switch you back on. It depends. But we have to be careful with that because then you go crazy. But you know how that feels. Some of you. If you remember a world of love and peace, and then you look at this world, it's like, where is all that? Well, it is here, but not. It is watered down quite immensely, and I'm told to be afraid of much things. All these triggers, these moments in your world are going to be removed eventually. Realize these belief systems are hard to remove. You realize this. And try to do this on a global scale quickly. That will take forever. It's like a spider's web that will not release. But it will eventually. First you have to know what the problem is, and then you have to bring in this solution, which is not to be afraid, not afraid to be you. But first you need to know who you are, and that alone might take a century to understand. One moment. I wanted to give you a slight education of how the Nordics, tall blondes, operate working with this Earth. There are many of our planets that are not quite known by your world. Some are. But we are not worried if we're not. Many on our planet, we have what you call, I will use the word holographic. We have another word for it. A holographic simulator, not necessarily a simulator, but it's like a copy of your world on our world, where we can see your world as it moves in real time. It's like watching television. We can go to our home and watch your planet play out in certain areas wherever we want, just like how you turn on your television, flip the channels. We have something similar to that. Not so technical though. It's more light colors that we push to do this. Is to see how your world is progressing in certain areas. Just like how you watch the news. We watch the news of where is progress being made in certain places on your planet. Eventually, some of you might see this in astral. It is a possibility. Now you know it's a what you call on Earth a thing. It will become seen. We are not the only ones who have this. Arcturians have it. Many other species have it. The Elohim has it in a certain way. They're more energy, but they see your world always. And realize with us, we have no judgment at all. We are just assisting you to bring more positive energies into your planet, into your realities. That is all. It is quite complicated by that, isn't it? We will leave you be. There is one to answer your questions. We love you all. And when you go into a time of darkness, remember there is a time of light also. Shine light around your darkness. Let the light consume the dark. So you can be released from these negative vultures that surround you. You deserve to be at peace. It is time for you all to bring peace into your existence. The negative troubled waters will eventually calm down. It takes time. We are the Nordics. Blessings to you all. We love you. God. My name is Simon. I am part of Aspire Collective. Blessings to your Earth. We are part of your Agartha and alien species that are assisting with your planet's growth and prosperity. We are also here to answer your questions. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you for coming through, Simon. First question is from Wake Up.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, Simon, what messages do Pycheer and Kubrick have for me?
To believe more in yourself. There are areas where you are not doing this. There are areas, not fully, but there are areas where you do not fully believe in yourself. Sometimes when you're verbally speaking, sometimes you hold back in certain times. They say let it out and don't be afraid. Confrontation, there was one, I believe, recently, to not to worry about that. That will be more understood over time. That is all.
All right, can I ask another question?
Yes.
All right, when is the time frame on the best case scenario of the general population on Earth having access to the kinds of technology to remove metal implants for people that have had their spines fused together with metal rods, repair the bones that have been fused together, and basically regenerate the body to its most healthiest natural form? And is there a possibility for people to be taken aboard crafts ahead of time that have this technology?
Not at this time. When is depending on your government associate. Your governments are keeping all this away from all of you. All of them are in cahoots with each other in some shape or form. Some do not get along with each other. They are keeping this from you. All of this exists. You do not need aliens to do this. Of course, this is alien technology. But it all depends on their free will. They are not free willing you to have anything at this time. When we do see a possibility 100 years from now. Could be sooner. It all depends on those with the controls. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next question's from Teresa. She wants to know, my husband is coming to an end of a contract. Do you see good things happening in the future in the same place or somewhere else starting on the 1st?
It will take time for him to find another place of occupation. It could be about a couple of months, but we do feel he will find what he is looking for. He will be enriched more than he is now. There is also a slight move that is in the cards also. But we do see, yes, there is a slight bump in the road, but it's not the end of the world. Just keep your head above water.
Okay, her second question is, where do we get wisdom from?
You always have it. Some forget it, don't they? There's a lot of forgetting here on this planet, isn't there? You always have it. The second you are created, you have wisdom. But then they forget it. Then they have to keep doing the thing over and over again. You understand? Of course, on this planet, that is quite common. On other worlds, it's not so common. But in here, it is common. Because there are so many devices here to make you forget. Wisdom is part of God, but you are God. So it's always there. The second you are born. Even before that, it's always there. But as for educational wisdom, you are living it at this time. This planet and other worlds are there to infuse your wisdom and to expand them out to make you even smarter and more clever, and all of these things is to take what you are neglecting to use and make it come alive. That is all.
Okay, thank you. Next question is from Stephen.
Hello, Simon.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing awesome, man. Just more and more expansion. I'm definitely fascinated. I've always had a connection with spiders, and I was just wondering if you could go into what my connection is with the spiders.
with Agartha, you're connected to other species, but also our other worlds of spider beings. You are aware of this. Orion, other star systems that wish we did not exist, because sometimes we can be a pain in the ass. You are a part of our collective, yes. In your ancient days, you are still have a strong connection with us. Other aspects of you are part of our collective, but in a peaceful way, not a warrior-like way, not at all. Not at this time.
Thank you for that. Also, I was wondering um, if there's any general message, any messages for me. I had another question. I can't remember. Yeah, any messages for me at this time? For sure.
Your guides, they say to lighten up a little bit. There are certain tremors of drama in certain areas in your life. They don't mean this in a bad way, but just to yes, you're being challenged in certain ways that sometimes get over your head, and they tell you to it will all be fine. It just takes time for you to cross out of troubled waters. There is a job that you might be looking for or want or wish for or something around those lines. This is in your future. It is a time away, but not that far away. Meaning, if you start looking for it, you might just find it. That is your message.
All right, thank you, Simon. Much love.
Hi, Simon. My name's Stacy, and I have 2 questions for you.
Oh, yes.
My first question is, the other day I was kind of daydreaming, like in La La Land, I guess, and I heard this woman singing to me, but it was more of like a hum, and it was really beautiful, and I don't know who that was, and I was just wondering if you can maybe touch on that.
You said this lady was singing to you.
Yeah,
Old lady?
it was like humming, like she was like humming a song.
This was Mother Earth that was speaking to you.
Oh. That's good. My gardens are calling me. Okay, the other night I was woken up out of like a deep sleep. Like I got hit by like this bolt of lightning, and I know I'm going through some like infusions and stuff right now, and I'm just wondering if you could tell me what that was.
These are Arcturian infusions. You are also being visited by Jesus, Yahshua, to assist you in your healing processes. He sees you have a positive outlook on healing others. So he's assisting you in your work. He's giving you much of his knowledge. And astral, you are part of his classes, how to heal others.
Oh, that's good. I wish I could do more sometimes. It breaks my heart sometimes when...
You're doing what you can. You're doing quite a bit.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Okay. The next question is from Miguel. And his first question is, are there any messages from the angels?
They love what you're doing here. They do assist you many days. You are an astral as an angel. They do show a cash register opening and closing for you. That symbolism is for you to understand and figure out. They say that is all you need at this time. Your healing ability is getting stronger, though. You're in the right direction. That is all.
Okay, his second question. Any word from my brother Tia? Thea or Tia? I hope I said that right.
Not at this time yet. Not at this time.
Okay, Christy, go ahead.
Hi, Simon. I was wondering my connection with the tarantula species.
Yes, you were their queen at one time. We get a bad rap. it is very positive. Being a part of our species is not quite understood by humans, obviously. Some understand us completely, but most do not. But as a queen of great knowledge, you were treated like a queen. You were royalty. And you have many lifetimes with us. That's all.
What are some of the gifts that I would have that I could bring into this current life?
Healing abilities and communication through telepathy. We can assist you in your telepathy and improving it.
I would love to have that with myself and my son, the telepathy and healing.
Yes, we'll assist you with both.
Okay. I was wondering if you could look and maybe turn down the frequency or check on his ears just to tune down that the waves and frequencies that he receives.
Realize he's in a fourth density state most of the time. And his 3D and 4D is not aligning well. We will assist him. Others will bring assistance as much as they can.
Mm-hmm.
What we are
I really
allowed to.
appreciate that. I think he would too. Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to ask one more question about the Elohim and my connection with them.
That will come at a later date. One moment. Yes, they will come through. You can say you just called them. They will come through on a later date. Soon.
Okay, because I drew a picture of them. Are there cats as
They can be
Elohim?
whatever they want, but yes. Yes, they take different
Okay,
roles.
because I had a vision of
Yes, they
that.
take different.
I had a vision of that.
They assist with different worlds that they're being created, so they can take. They are formless, so they can take whatever they want. No,
I see.
whatever they want to do. But yes, you are well
I felt-
connected to them. You are. They say a grandmother within their species.
A grandmother? Okay.
Yes. Very
Yeah.
wise, very secretive. But a good one.
So they'll start visiting or
Yes.
downloads or anything like that for me? Can they do that?
Yes, I think they will also come through this in this situation room. This connection here.
Thank you so much for all your help. Blessings.
Okay, our next question is going to come from the chat, and this is for Xiao. Her first question is, a guy came to my dream this morning and gave me a name like Rarel. Please ask that guy who he or she is and what is he or she going to teach me.
This is a Pleiadian with Arcturian energies teaching you spirituality and self-defense. I believe she knows what she's speaking of. Karate or something. Something.
Okay. Her second question is, are there any messages from her guides?
To be patient. Information is not, she is not ready for what they have to give her. Be patient. Yeah, she's going to say, oh, I'm very patient all the time. They're holding back for a reason, and they're not going to go into details, but it is, when this time comes, she will understand why they kept back all this information. There is so much they're keeping back right now, but they will reveal it in due time. That is all.
Okay, the next question is from Symmetry. His first question, what is my future career because I have no idea and am I contracted to do something?
Well, of course you are, but to figure out your direction is up to you. This is for you. This is part of your life plan, is to figure out what you're here to do. One moment. It seems like the arts lives within you somewhere. I do see that. An artistic flavor of some kind. As for making a living off of that, that might not be the case, but it does live within you. That is all I could pick up. That's what they were saying. But your journey is for you to understand, to have more confidence in yourself and ask for this information to come through spirit. There is much here that still needs to be healed. You're going through a healing process at this time. But you will discover this on your own. For a moment. Give yourself some time. It will come through. Try things you haven't tried before, at least career-wise, thinking career-wise. You might be surprised what you find. That is all.
Okay, this is from Symmetry as well. He's been seeing animals in his dreams lately. Does it have any meaning, and do they have any messages?
These are totems that are connected to you. You are going through a healing process, and they're healing you. There's a possible canine in your visions and dreams. This is a warrior of some kind from your past, a past life friend that's assisting you in your processing of understanding your role here on this planet. That might give you an idea of what to do with your life also. I will leave you with that.
Okay, the next question is for KJ Jackson. He's been feeling blank lately, feeling emotionally detached from everything. Why is this?
It feels like you're spiritually tired. In some ways, it's like you lost your way to some degree of what makes you happy. Find out what makes you happy. Find some little things that will bring entertainment to you to make you happy, make you feel fulfilled. That is what we have for you at this moment.
Okay, the next question is from A. Is there any messages from my guides?
Not this moment.
Okay. A would also like to know, are there any messages from the moon and Mother Earth to me? I would like to connect with them. Thank you.
Thank you for that. You've had many lifetimes in Agartha. And all these, the earth, the moon, the sun, thanking you for being a part of this existence. You are being tested, but also you are giving out love where others would not do so. They would hold it all in. They see it with you that you are giving love instead of holding it back. And they treasure you for being here. That is all.
Okay, the next question, this is the last from the chat room. Ramazan would like to ask if there are any messages from his guides.
Be patient with yourself. You're going through a healing process. There's so much violence within yourself, though. Anger from the past, from others. Your guides tell you to find peace, to bring in a glowing light within yourself, to bring in a new way of thinking. That way you could be more happy. They want you to be more happy. You are happy in some degree, but not fully happy. They want you to find peace and wellness within yourself. You are a prized possession. Not in the way you call it of an object, but you are a prized person, I should say. That's a better wording of it. Think of yourself like that, instead of sometimes feeling like you don't belong here, or I don't mean anything. You are a gem of this world, such no different than anyone else. That is what their message is for you.
Okay, thank you. And sorry, I have one more from Firstborn, and he would like to know if there are any messages for him.
Yes. The message is you're always looking out. They want you to look within. There's many messages coming to you, but not at this time. You're going to start to understand yourself more. Your time is coming to see you more, to figure out your puzzle of existence. There is so much misdirection in life. That will not be forever. You will find your way in this world. You will find why you're here more, because I don't even think you know that at this time. That will be coming through soon. Thank you.
Okay, is your energy okay? Are you good for a few more?
How many more?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for sure.
One moment. There's someone who wants to come through. They will answer questions also.
Okay.
Blessings to you. We will talk more about our species in your future. We do enjoy speaking to you and being a part of your planet, your human collective, your material things. We'll go into that later. Blessings to you. We want to give you all a big hug. Blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good day, all. We are the Elohim. Blessings to you. Send healing to you all. We will speak for this moment, but we will re-attend another event in your future. We do like to answer more of your questions. We may have a conversation later in your time. You can begin when you are ready.
Okay, Sandia, you're next.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, I feel like I have a connection to the Elohim.
Oh, yes, you do, of course, child. You all do in certain ways. Your connection with us, you are part of our, to bring children into this world to, not in a spiritual way. You even choose children to, you ask them to come into this world. There's even that does exist. We were asking certain souls to reincarnate in a world because it would be good for them, or however word you want to use that. It is self-healing for them to be here. So you can call you a recruiter of Earth in some regard. That's one way of putting it. As a human way of saying it, it's not entirely correct.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for the confirmation. Also, do I have any messages?
You are on track. Believe more in yourself. Let the spirit within you assist you in your movement in life. Trust your instincts. That is all. That is the message.
Thank you, blessings.
Trust yourself.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next question is from Angry Cyclist. Go ahead.
I guess I'm gonna ask his questions. Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So number one, my question for Angry Cyclist for you to answer about him is, no matter how much I brought him here and tried to tell him about all these things, he thinks that Ivan Teller is a fake. So what can you tell him personally, okay, to answer some question for him that can prove to him that you're telling the truth?
Yes, there's much hostility in that question, isn't there?
Well, no, it's not about me. You've proven to me
Oh, I
personally.
know.
It's about him.
One moment. It's not about proving anything to him. You have to learn it on his own. Trust your instincts. If you do not believe it, that is fine. Go on your way. It does not matter. But if there's still an interest here that's bringing intrigue, message to you will come eventually. To bring healing into your world, so you can start. It does not matter really truly what you believe or not. What matters is that you are on the track that you want to be on. It does not matter what you believe here. What matters most is you. Are you happy with you? So that is what matters. So
Okay.
no matter what comes through this conduit, it does not matter. What matters is how are you going to go on with your life? Do you know where you're going to go? Do you know who you are? You are a blessing to this world. Remember that. It's time to understand that. You are universe. You are God. Do you know all these things? Instead of asking about the conduit and what is this information is true, what about yourself? Have you checked into yourself recently? That is all.
Okay, and the second question, what alien race was Angry Cyclist in this past life, off-world? Most recent.
Zeta.
Ooh, that answers a lot for me personally as his
Yes.
friend. Thank you.
Strong Zeta, strong belief systems in the Zeta world also. Sometimes it is easy to. Yes, he's here to bring many tests, too many, but that is okay.
He brought a lot of tests to me.
Yes. Yes, very nice. It's a gift to all of us. Yes, here to rattle others' cages, but in a good way.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the next one then. Okay, so MT, it's your turn.
Hi, thank you for being here.
Yes.
My question is about pets and healing. Do entities or beings heal us through our animals?
Of course. Your animals are healing you all the time. It's just becoming known to it, is understanding it. Yes, of course.
Okay. And then I wanted to know if I have any messages from my spirit guides, and are our spirit guides with us 24/7, no matter what?
Oh, no matter what, they are there. One moment. Your connection with your relationship is going well. This is making your life easier. And your guides say to obviously follow your heart, but to follow what is right for you. The more you follow what is right for you, you will find even more happiness and contentment.
Okay. That's excellent, because I was having a really tough time in January and December, and I had a couple of private sessions with Ivan, and it helped me tremendously because I felt like I was alone. But from then on, I just started giving him love, just sending him love. So it has changed. Everything has changed, and I'm so grateful for Ivan for helping me.
Yes. Well, you're helping you also. So it's still, the path has been paved, but you walked through that path. You found that path. You did most of the work there, though.
I am so grateful. I love you. Thank you.
Yes. Appreciate you. Most of all.
Thank you.
Okay, Joe, you're next.
All right. Hello.
Cool.
Yeah, my first question is, a couple nights ago I was on a ship, and they treated me like one of them, and they took me down this hallway, and then there was a bunch of naked women all lined up, and they said, they're looking at you. You're not used to this, are you? I'm like, oh no. So then the one lady was like, yeah, I'm looking at you, and then they told me to pick one. So, and they looked very afraid. So I picked the one that was kind of beyond fear, and she was angry. She's the one that said, I'm looking at you. She said her name was Deanna. I want to know what race that was and why I was there.
What race it was? That, the ship that you were on?
Yeah.
Pleiadian. A Pleiadian race that is kind of, they walk between the lines, you can say. There are other species there also. It was not just them. The Pleiadians want to be known there. That is all.
Why was I there? And why'd I have to choose somebody?
In some ways, they're playing a joke, but not really. It is humor was in there, but it was also to let you know that you are not alone, and also you'll be connecting to this one that you connected with. You'll be connecting with her in a future life. Not necessarily in this one, but definitely in a future lifetime. It was like a one way for you to get to know each other.
It's a hell of a way to get to know somebody.
But this is, and you realize you connect with this person in astral quite a bit, actually. This is like a introduction, but you've already connected in the astral before.
Okay.
You just don't remember.
Okay, my second question is, I was at this place. They take me there quite frequently. Kind of looks like my grandfather's place, but it's not. There was a bunch of drinks and parties, and they made a bunch of food, and there were grapes like the size of my head and bananas like the size of my arm. But anyway, there was this spinning statue. It looked like a big cup, and it had Latin written all over it. I wanted to know what that meant and why I was there.
That has a Roman connection, ancient Rome, connecting. You are connected to your ancient Roman lifetimes more than you realize, because they're affecting your current lifetime. There's symbolism they're using for this. To let go of many of these demons around you, a lot of it came from ancient times of Rome.
Yeah, I was told that well, go ahead.
Look at it in a galactic way. Yes, you have your human history, but there is a galactic history there, where you dealt with the reptilians and other species. And this is why they are here now, becoming kind of a nuisance in some regard. What it has to do with ancient time, ancient Rome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was told I was the Greek philosopher Socrates in a past life. Does it have to do with that?
This is separate. That is separate. To your dream, the Socrates and your dream, yes. The Roman connection is separate, but there's many different connections with these dreams. Socrates was a part of that because you're bringing much of that knowledge into this life. But to cure many of your ills, ancient Rome, you will find much there.
Okay, well, thank you very much. That's all I have.
Okay, we're going to head over to YouTube land if that's okay, and ask some questions there.
I can answer 2 questions and I must.
Okay, I'll ask one from YouTube. This is from Kathleen Springs. What is my higher self's name, and are there any messages for me?
Monica is the name they're using. Messages. It feels like your life sometimes is a jigsaw puzzle. You have a grandmother on the other side that's speaking to you, sending you messages. You're connected to the angels. This angel energy will assist you in your healing processes. That is all.
Okay, I guess...
Yes, you have one more question and we must go.
Okay, I guess we'll just go to Emmy in the chat room, if that's okay.
Yes, please.
Hello, how are you this evening?
I'm doing well.
I was just wondering if you have any messages for me for spirituality and for health.
You're building your temple at this time. Your temple of healing, knowledge. There are many aspects of you assisting you at this time. You are paving your path to assist others. But your temple of healing will be mastered by others also. They will learn from your skills. Would you see teaching is something that you can use as a income to help you with income is a possibility, but teaching along with healing is a direction that we at least want to put in your mind as a possibility. Because you understand how to heal yourself, but you can also teach this techniques to others also, when you are ready, of course. But these abilities do live within you. You can be a teacher of many things, but healing is one of them. There are other ways of teachings also. But this all lives within you. We are just here to let you know about it.
And one last question, do you have any messages for me for my health? And that's it.
What was it about your health? Is that what your question?
My health. I often wonder, I'm trying to eat in a way that suits my body, but I have like some sugar issues, so there's some conflicts with certain foods, so I'd like some guidance.
Yes, you're receiving more energy than you can handle. Your body's not handling it very well because of the food intake. It is okay to bring in meat of some kind, but in small portions, to help you with protein, eggs, carrots, bringing carrots into your diet. Eggs and carrots, one in certain amounts of meats that you feel comfortable with. Not in a large sum, but in a small sum, because you do need the protein from those. Chicken, mostly chicken. Yes. Beef does not. It's mostly chicken at this time.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Blessings to you.
Blessings to you. Thank you.
We do have messages for your society, but not at this time. We will revisit you all in a future date. Could be for the next session you have here. We love you all. Send you great healing and open up your chakras, especially your crown chakras. It is time for your abilities to become more active. We are the Elohim. Blessings to you all.
Thank you.
Blessings. Hello, greetings all. So I like to do a blessing if anyone is up for it. If not, it's okay. That's okay. Yeah, Elohim will be returning. There's an angel species also for the next for Thursday. Was it called the Surfium? Something like that.
Seraphim.
Seraphim.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be, yes. Usually we're not usually told who's coming next, but yeah. So, blessings all. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time. Good night.
Thank you, Ivan.